Once, there was a Korean drama that quivered the whole country. The unique plot revolves around how the children of the lead cast will get into a university through an entrance examination. It highlights the extreme decisions and actions elite parents do, including fraud and manipulation, to secure their children's admission into Korea's most prestigious universities, known as SKY. Many Koreans reacted to the show by saying, "The reality is even more shocking," pertaining to how closely the drama mirrors real-life issues. Some parents proudly display Seoul National University stickers on their cars as a badge of honor for their children's academic achievement. Some male students believe that wearing their university varsity jacket boosts their appeal and makes them more attractive to women. We live in a society where student suicides after failing college entrance exams no longer surprise anyone, which shows just how serious the problem has become. In Korea, entering elite schools is seen as almost as important as life itself. It's a key part of a person's social status. But why does going to an elite school matter so much in Korean society? The answer lies in the unique way Korean society is structured. Korea is a very standardized society where people often feel pressure to fit in, and being different isn't always welcomed. Have you ever walked down a Korean street in winter and noticed almost everyone wearing the same black padded coat? That's more than just a fashion choice. Like the common love for plain, neutral clothing, it shows how many people in Korea worry about standing out. It's a bit like how left-handed kids were once forced to use their right hand. Being different was seen as a problem. This mindset comes from Korea's long history with Confucian beliefs. Confucianism teaches the importance of community, harmony, and following social rules, and it has had a big influence on Korean values. Some Korean women even call themselves Yu-Gyo girl to show that they're more traditional or conservative compared to Western women. And instead of saying my country, Koreans often say our country, because using wori is considered more respectful than na. That's why Korean society often values order and control more than creativity or being different. So, when someone chooses a different path, people might see them as unusual or odd. This creates a lot of pressure, especially for people in their 20s and 30s, to follow a certain path in life. There's even an ideal life plan to follow, getting into a good university, landing a good job to live a stable life. In Korea, failing the college entrance exam can devastate some people to make heartbreaking, extreme choices. If there's a period of inactivity in your resume, it is considered negatively. Quitting a job isn't seen as a personal decision. It's often viewed as a sign of weakness or running away. In the US, starting a business and failing is considered a learning experience. In Europe, people are more understanding of failure, and there are strong support systems for things like unemployment or bankruptcy. But in Korea, failure is often not accepted, making it hard for people to take risks or start over. So, people hold on tightly to the one thing they believe will secure their future, going to elite schools. But why is an elite school seen as the most reliable path for their future? Because there are countless successful role models who prove it. For years, Korea's top government leaders have mostly been graduates of Seoul National University's law school. And many executives of big companies are also graduates from top universities. The media and TV industry in Korea is no different. Where you went to school still plays a big role in getting hired. Many of the producers behind popular Korean variety shows are graduates of top universities. With so many examples of people turning elite school admission into life success, it's easy to believe that this is the only sure path. Of course, all over the world, getting into an elite school can help open doors for success, and that idea isn't completely wrong. In the US, for example, many politicians and government leaders have degrees from Ivy League schools like Harvard, Yale, and Princeton. But in other countries, people are judged by more than just their diploma. They value different kinds of experience too. In the US, even Ivy League graduates are expected to have military service, community work, or startup experience. It's also more common in the US for people like blue-collar workers or community leaders to get into politics, something that rarely happens in Korea. But in Korea's very standardized society, the idea that your school shows your worth has lasted around far too long. Even though there are now many other ways to recognize talent, The belief that getting into an elite school is the key for success still hasn't gone away. Even getting promoted at work can depend on the school you graduated from. People who only finished high school often face real disadvantages for promotion at companies. In some careers, like the police force, the system is set up to favor those who went to certain schools. In the end, Korea's obsession with elite schools comes from the culture that expects everyone to follow a similar path in life. But things have been starting to change. Government offices and big companies have been using blind hiring, where they don't look at applicants' school background. Even civil service exams no longer ask about your education background. In the past, even K-pop stars were expected to go to colleges, and skipping it made headlines. But now, many popular idols skip college or even leave high school early, and it's no longer seen as a big issue. Even memorization-heavy standardized tests have been removed for first-year middle school students. Now, students have more freedom to explore their interests and try out new things. Korea is starting to see that in today's world, where being yourself matters, strict one-size-fits-all education just doesn't work anymore. And with the population shrinking, there's a chance to finally move away from academic elitism. As the number of students drops, many universities in Korea are being forced to shut down. Even the academic standards for Korea's elite universities are slowly getting lower. 10 years ago, only the top 3% of students could get into SKY universities. But by 2025, even those in the top 10% have a chance. Still, the obsession for elite school remains in Korean society. On the day of the Sunung, the test that has the greatest impact on college admissions, the entire country comes to a standstill. To ensure that students are not late for the test, company work hours are delayed, and flight operations are adjusted so as not to interfere with the English listening test. A famous college entrance exam instructor makes more money than famous Korean idols, and YouTubers who create content about college entrance exams still get too much attention. In the job market, your university still affects your chances. Salary and promotions are often influenced by your school, a society that maintains school elitism and a movement to break it. In this tense confrontation, what direction will Korean society take in the future? What's your opinion? Share your thoughts and experience in the comments below.